So I get this question, right? Is it in a man's nature to love more than one woman at the same time? Or to be with more than one woman at the same time? Is it in a man's nature? And it's a crazy question because I think the truth is we heard a lot of men say this before. You have. You ever heard you probably heard your father said it, your siblings said it, your brother said it. It is in a man's nature to have multiple women. And then we look at people like King Solomon and David, the people in the Bible who was doing it. Or we look at certain cultures and we think that it's in a man's nature. Now, is it a man's nature? I would say there's no definite answer. There is no definite answer. Because here's the thing that we don't understand. Nature is what we practice. What you practice more becomes natural. And what is natural to you becomes your nature, right? If you practice having multiple women or multiple men, that becomes your nature. If a man does not practice having multiple women, it's not his nature. Everybody's nature is different. It's based on what we were taught, what you think, what you feel. Because listen, I believe if we want a civilized, especially in the Western part of this world, if we want a civilized community or civilized communities, we have to be civilized. We can't do what the animals do. You know, many of us, we blame we blame the animals. We talk about lions and dogs and that's their nature. Well, when it comes to love and relationships and, providing for our kids, we can't look at the dogs and the lions. We have to make civilized decisions that keeps our communities in order. And we have to take responsibility in that. Now, is it a man's nature to love multiple women or to be? Depends on the man that you ask. Now, I'm a man who have done both. I'm a man whose nature has been to be with many women at the same time. Because I did it for many years. So it became natural. It became easy. It became something that I did without even question or without even feeling guilty at certain times at one point in my life. But I realized it was destructive. It was a destructive lifestyle. It removed me from my purpose. I couldn't concentrate on what I wanted to do. It was expensive. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of focus and mental, awareness and mental burnout, forgetfulness. It takes a lot of things. And so I don't know if that's a man's nature too. I'm sure it's not. And so when I began to realize how destructive it was and it was not conducive towards what I wanted for my goals in life, I had to practice to stop. And you might just be surprised when you start to put that effort in. Because when you have that wisdom or that knowledge or understanding, you begin to make decision that goes against what you think your nature is. So is it a nature? It depends on what you practice. Many men think it's a man's nature because a lot of people don't want to practice discipline, self-control. Now, is it a man's nature to love multiple women at the same time? I think if you look at yourself, if you look at people, we are able and capable to love many at the same time. We are able. It's not a bad thing to love people or multiple women at the same time. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad or good thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think once we understand that once you cross the line from your feelings to actions, that's when we get trouble. Now, I know some of you are going to say, but it's not right to feel this for someone else. You don't know what's right or wrong. That's not your life. That's not your choices. Listen, many of us have felt for our exes, felt for this person, felt for that person, while we're still committed to this person. You can feel whatever you want to feel. So some of you all trust your feelings too much. And you believe your feelings and you are led by your feelings. And I think that's why you don't understand why a man could actually love multiple women and yet leave one alone. I can love 2 women or 3 and leave them alone because I know if I act on it, it's very destructive. So I'll leave you alone. But then again, that's maturity. My love is my result of me understanding that my own pleasure, my own mind, my own thoughts, my own reality. Me allowing myself to love. I can love 1, 2, 3. But that's me. If you can't do it, you can't do it because you feel guilty, you feel bad, and I think this is why many of us, we fight it so hard, and this is why we fall. Because when you fight those things, it grows and it grows. You start to resent your partner. You start to look at them funny. You start to judge them and compare them. And then that's why you do something stupid. If you allow whatever you experience on the inside to be what it is, but understand that you have control of your actions and your behaviors and what you do, based on, and especially when you learn that we have to live in a civilized household or a civilized community, then you'll be all right. Many of you just fight your own conscience because it's bothering you. You think that it's wrong, so of course you're going to bother you. Understand. So is it normal for a man, or is it nature? You can love as many people as you want. I think that's humans. I think that's love. Love is not subjected to only one person at a time. It's really not. Just like you could love all your kids, at the same time. Now, I think that you're going to say it's different. Is it really different? You have 5 kids, you love all of them at the same time. Why do you think that you can't love 2 people at the same time? 2 husbands or 2 wives or 2 girlfriends or boy? Why do you think that you can't? Listen, I think we just think that is not natural. And again, if that's not what you do, it's not what you do. But what's natural to you and what's natural to someone else is not the same. So again, you can't question those things. But to be honest, is it natural for a man to be with multiple women at the same time? Be with one here. I ain't talking about a menage a trois either. I'm talking about a threesome. I'm talking about to be with in a relationship. Is it natural for men to want multiple women? Is it natural for men to want to be with multiple? Yeah, if that's what they practice, if that's their lifestyle. This is why you have to know what people practice and their patterns. And then if somebody lies every day, lying becomes natural to them. They just lie without you ask them questions. Have you ever met somebody who lies for no reason? You don't have to ask them a question and they just lie, to just make up a lie. It's natural to them. So it's like second nature. They just, bam, it's natural. Cheating is natural too, to many people. Sometimes it's not even about you not loving your partner. That's a whole different discussion. But some things become natural. Overeating, natural. Some things are natural to some, and some things are not natural to the other. And I think we misunderstand that. Just because you never do it and it's not natural to you because you fight your own stuff and you fight your own, you have your own belief system and you have your own feelings. But for the most part, I will say this right here. I think, like I said in the beginning, if we understand, if we want to keep peace, and we want to keep, a civilized relationship, civilized family, or a successful family, whether it's natural or not, we have to deny ourselves, many times. The answer is, it's natural to many people, and it's unnatural to many, the ones who don't do it. Find somebody who is not natural for. You might be surprised that there are many men who this doesn't come natural for, because they haven't practiced it. They haven't seen their fathers do it or their uncles do it. There are many different cultures who don't do it. Is it natural? It used to be for me. Now, not natural anymore. So it feels weird. See what I'm saying? I hope you understand. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Let me know what you think in the comments, all right? I'll see you guys later. Peace.